CAO Cigars. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us again.
My pleasure. I'm a big fan of what you guys do. We're big followers, so it's my honor.
We're big fans of yours as well, so the feelings are mutual. Last year, La Traviata debuted at IPCPR.
Right.
Seems to me like that was a big success. Is that your perception as well?
Well, we try to blend for flavor, and the times are tough on a lot of people, so you wanted to make a cigar that was a really good bang for your buck. And so that was why we decided to come up with La Traviata the way we did. I mean, the wrapper on it is one of the most beautiful wrappers that I've seen in like about 10 years. It's a Cuban seed that's grown in Ecuador, Ecuador Rosado Oscuro, which means like kind of a dark rose shade to it. It's very oily, and the flavor is very, very nice in it. And we pair that with like some Nicaraguan fillers that are from Esteli, from Pueblo Nuevo, which is an area that's about an hour and a half to 2 hours north of Esteli that we sort of cultivated ourselves 7 years ago. Our team did. And it's producing tobaccos that have like nice sweet, but also with salt on it, causes your palate to salivate. And we also utilize some Dominican visos in there too. So the blend as a whole is one that's medium to full bodied. We did that on purpose. That has like a lot of kind of, if you like sort of chipotle peppers or like brown spices like cinnamon, cumin, nutmeg, with some white pepper in there. It's got a lot of layered complexity, and the price point's very good. And so far, it seems that from the response that people are enjoying it.
And how much would you attribute that blend success to the price point, which I would say is very, very approachable? And I know that many people would agree in terms of what you get for the price. I'm sure that probably was a process getting the price down for that particular blend. Is that correct?
Well, we came in with the objective of coming out with a cigar that is priced to what's going on with the economy, and to try to appeal to our core smokers, which our core smokers we feel are guys that these are guys that they want cigars that are good bang for your buck. Everything we try to do is a good bang for your buck, and that was our objective with there. We wanted to come in and get a premium cigar with premium tobaccos. Well, we wanted to have, wanted it to fit a certain price point. So we needed to be creative about what materials we wanted to use. Fortunately, we have now been able to come in and have greater kind of buying power, which helps reduce the price that you pay for these raw tobaccos, which has also been a big sort of benefit in the pricing of that cigar. So that was kind of our approach, was to come in is to make a medium-bodied cigar at a very specific target price point.
And the La Traviata Maduro, that will be coming out at the IPCPR trade show.
Right. Well, we've always been I personally have been a big fan of Connecticut Broadleaf Maduro, because Connecticut Broadleaf gives like a nice kind of like chocolatey flavor and a bit of sweetness to the blend as a whole. And we tried it with different types of Maduros on the La Traviata filler blends, and when we tried the Connecticut Broadleaf, and Connecticut Broadleaf has been kind of up and down as far as like the supply of it. But again, due to the fact that we were able to go in and have like really nice sort of buying abilities, I asked the factory before we started it, when we started working on this at the beginning of January, I wanted to make sure that we had enough so we don't run out if people like it. So they assured me that they were able to go in, negotiate with the grower, and have a good inventory of that wrapper, of a high quality of that wrapper, because the rumor at the beginning of the year was that Connecticut Broadleaf was going to be tough to come by. So anything that we can be a little bit more unique and distinctify ourselves, if we have a really high quality batch of Connecticut Broadleaf available that we can use, then it's a lovely wrapper, so that's what we wanted to do.
Outstanding. We look forward to trying that.
Thank you very much.
And we know that you've been interested in, instrumental in Cigar Rights of America from the very beginning.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about how that organization is progressing? A lot of times our readers ask us, I'm very concerned about these issues, but what can I do? One of the things that we usually recommend is to join CRA.
Right. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. this week on Tuesday and Wednesday all day. We met with about, I would say, a good 10 to 12 senators, congressmen and congresswomen. And, we had 3 different approaches. One of them was to define our niche and what premium cigars are, which are very artisan, which is 100% tobacco, which is not aimed towards youth, which you want to have in a humidor, and you want them to have, like, you know, good resting and aging time. We're about 3.17% of 100% of tobacco sales from last year, and it's almost like our niche is like we're single malt scotches, and whereas other cigars that you might buy that are in, say, convenience stores are more like Budweiser.
Right.
You can't compare them. So we wanted to A, define our niche, B, say that, you know, we already had a federal tax increase and we can't take any more tax increases given the current economic climate. And the third thing was we wanted to go ahead and sort of say preempt any sort of FDA regulations that might really cripple our business. Some of the things that they're talking about doing is prohibiting self-serve, meaning there would be no more humidors anymore that you could walk into and touch yourself, smell, feel, look at the cigars. They want to do any new blend that we come up with, we would have to send to FDA for their approval. All the boxes would be black and white. No more promotional goods. You can't go into a store and you know, buy 3 get 1 free, or buy a box and get a shirt or a hat. That would be prohibited. So what we wanted to do is, by submitting a definition as to, you know, what this product is and educating people, we wanted to say, hey, listen, I mean, you know, please, that's more aimed towards like cigarettes and preventing youth to get hooked on more addictive products, you know, such as cigarettes, and please, you know, consider us differently. So I would encourage everybody, if they want to help, you know, your U.S. senators and also your state senators, your congressmen and congresswomen, they will react more to their state constituents. For example, our offices are in Nashville, Tennessee, and I visited a bunch of our state constituents because it makes 100 to 1 difference when they hear from their state constituents as opposed to somebody from a different state. But what the consumer can do really is join CRA, because CRA was at these, they were at these meetings, and CRA will then send updates regularly on what's going on. So if there's a particular threat in your state, then they'll send out an email letting consumers know what they can do to let their voices be heard and try to curb any sort of detrimental direction that these taxes may be going into.
Well, we certainly appreciate everything that you do for CRA and for cigar rights in general, and we look forward to trying the new CAO cigars as well. So thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much for coming and talking.